Hey there, folks. Hey there, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to another live stream. It's been several days since I had an opportunity to do one, unfortunately. But today I have a pretty cool game. It is Microsoft Adventure for the TRS-80, as it says on here. This is copyright 1980. I think the game actually came out in 1979. I don't have the box, unfortunately. The box has a picture of my thumbnail. It's a really cool box with a dragon on it. But I do have it for the IBM PC, that's the thing. So this game originally came out for the TRS-80, then it came out for the Apple II, and then eventually it was ported to the IBM PC. And I played it on the TRS-80 when I was a kid. It was like one of the first games I ever played. And I own the IBM version because I've been like an IBM snob recently, and I should have picked up the TRS-80 version in the box when I had the chance. I never did, but I do this loose disc, and it actually works, believe it or not. So what this is there's a game on mainframes called Adventure or Colossal Cave, and I mean I'll talk more about it probably when I play the game. But basically, it was like the first type of actually adventure game or interactive fiction. Now they're saying there's another one like a year earlier called Wander, but this was generally regarded for a long time as being the first adventure game. It came out on mainframes, and Microsoft figured out a way to make it fit onto basically a floppy disk for home computers. Originally, like Scott Adams took the idea and he made his own adventure games, but they were much smaller. And they were cut down, and then basically finally Microsoft figured out how to actually port the original game over. It was an inspiration for Scott Adams, it was an inspiration for Roberta Williams to make like Mystery House and Wizard of the Princess and eventually King's Quest. That's what we're talking about here in terms of Microsoft Adventure. And it was created originally in the mainframes, I think, in 1976 by a guy named Will Crowther, and then another guy named Don Woods expanded it. We'll talk more about that. So, I'm going to get started here. Before I actually play the adventure game, I have another issue here of CLOAD Magazine. I figured let's try this out also, and maybe some other folks will join while we're doing that. I have here running TRS-32, which I'm going to switch to TRS-80 GP for Microsoft Adventure, because I couldn't get the disc. The reason I'm running TRS-32 right now is I like the way it handles the cassette draw tape a little bit better, and I also have the ability to save state, which TRS-80 GP does not currently. Let me make sure the right tape images is installed here. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Let's load it up. I have to press play. Go to play. Alright, so it should be loading. I don't know if anybody's here. Lately, YouTube has been giving me really weird statistics. Like I showed there was somebody here, then 2 people, 3 people, now 1 again, then 0, then 3. I think it's not reporting proper information. So if you're here, please say hi in the chat. Let me know you're here. Again, we're just starting. Give some people time to join. We're going to start with this April 1979 issue of CLOAD Magazine for the TRS-80, and then we will jump into Microsoft Adventure for TRS-80, which was released in the same year. So this is more just to get things started. Mara Sadai, I don't know if I pronounced that right. It says hi. Hi Mara. Hey Mara, how you doing? And Jim, how you doing? Just go ahead and play. It will be an adventure. I wanted to talk about it first a little bit. I give people a chance to join. I feel like people are joining, leaving. I'm not sure what's going on, but anyway, I want to do this first. There's always some interesting stuff on here. So let's run. Oops. My micro was turned on. You know, something weird happened with my mic. Let me see if I can fix that. Testing. Is that better, Jim? Something weird happened with my mic. I don't know what the hell happened. Maybe Windows updated, and then instead of recognizing the Yeti, whatever it's called, the Yeti Blue, it recognizes generic USB microphone, and I think it messed something up with the gain. It seems like it started picking up really high gain. Samara says, I'm doing pretty good. I've been thinking a lot about the older games lately. That's awesome. What kind of older games did you play? Alright, so what we got here? I have not tried this at all to see what... Usually there's some kind of cool display. Still overmodulated and fuzzy? Shoot. I just turned on my fan. Is it better now? If not, it says the driver got screwed up. Using a blue light, turn the knob in front. Testing. How's that, Jim? Better now? Is it better because I turned off the fan, or better when I play with the knob? So what is this here? Way better now. Alright. I'll leave the fan off for a little bit. It wasn't next to the microphone, it was on the other side. It's hot in here. And I'm a little freaking, like, you know, hurricane or something, too. My roof is leaking right now. What's going on here on the screen? Is this supposed to be like a race car driving around? Or... I don't know what this is even supposed to be. Alright, I'm just going to abort and load the next thing. I mean, this is a guy shooting against an X? I don't even know. X marks the spot. I don't know. Mara says, mostly old Sierra games, King's Quest, Police Quest, etc. Still a little hot. Alright, I turned it down a little bit more. Let me load up the next file here. Is it loading? There it goes. So Mary says, mostly old Sierra games, King's Quest, Police Quest, but also play Heroes of Might and Magic and the Wizardry games. Yeah, those are all good stuff. I actually never played Heroes of Might and Magic. That's like more strategy based than the regular Might and Magic, right? But I did play all the old Sierra games. Those are some of my favorites, and Wizardry, and some of the original Might and Magic. I never played Heroes of Might and Magic. So, there we go. Let's see, run. Huh? This is supposed to. This one is okay. This is April issue of CLOAD. This thing is called April Fool. So this is supposed to be a joke of some kind. You are at 40 still. This is actually, I'm inside the program and it's trying to trick me into thinking that I'm not. Go to Hades. Oh, that's not let me type. What the hell just happened? It's not letting me type at all. I don't know if the emulator broke or it's just this is like part of the April Fool's joke. I had escape to actually break it. Let's try this again. Yeah, once it does that, once you list it, it doesn't let you type anymore. Alright, so it's not a very good April Fool's joke, basically. I guess if you put it on someone's computer unexpectedly, then they might like think there's a problem or something. Alright, let's load the next one. Let's see what we got here. Usually there's some good stuff on these cassettes. I had a little bit higher hopes, I must admit, for the April Fool's joke. Jim, how's the sound now that I turned it down a little more? Is it good? Yeah, so while this is loading, basically, Willie Crowther was a caver, and he explored this Mammoth Cave system, which is in Kentucky, and he made a simulation on his computer, on the mainframe that he was using at the university, I guess, of basically simulating the cave, like the structure of the cave. So you gotta say go west to go to the, further west of the cave, or go north to go north of the cave, whatever else. And then he made it into a game. Hid for edge. Okay, so the question is my speaker going to work properly? Is the question. I don't hear anything. Okay, hold on a second. I don't want to put at the mic. Does anybody hear anything? Shoot, I don't hear nothing. I'm not sure if there was supposed to be sound yet or not. But I'm guessing there is. Hold on. What do I do here? Press spacebar to fire. Now, let's see if I can hit it first of all. Maybe once I hit the thing, it'll create some noise then. God damn it! It slows down when it hits too. When you fire, it slows down everything. I noticed. That's no sound. Let me try this again. There's something wrong here. I'll try closing it and reopen it. Sorry about that. For some reason the sound isn't working. Let's do that one more time. Who else is here today? Anybody else gonna own up to it? So anyway, so Willie Crowther made this simulation of a cave, and then he added some puzzles and stuff to it. And then this other guy, Don Woods, picked it up. I think Don Woods was at Stanford. I forget where Crowther was from, which university he was at. And then, hey Peter, how you doing? And then basically they made it into a game called Adventure or Colossal Cave. And again, like I said before, it ran on mainframes, not on computers. And finally, Microsoft figured out how to get it onto a disk. So Peter actually has been helping me out figuring out how to get this thing working. And I was saying before, I'm going to switch to a different emulator, TRS-80 GP, which handles these disks much better. Right now, I'm using this only because I like the cassette control and because I can load the state. But I'm not sure if it's even working. I didn't hear the sound before. Something weird with my mic. So if this doesn't work now, I may just abort it completely. It does look nice, but okay. How do I shoot? I feel like there's supposed to be some. Oh, the wind is blowing south now. I feel like there's supposed to be some sound here. I mean, it basically said there's supposed to be sound. I don't hear a damn thing. Alright, I even blew it up and there's no sound. Dr. Guillotine says, hey, how's it going? Hey, Marcus, I'm not underwater, no. Oh, you hear something? Peter, you hear... I don't hear a damn thing. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Nothing is coming... Hold on a second. You heard something just now? Because I didn't hear anything. Let me try to hit it again. Oh, the wind is blowing south at 30 miles per hour. Yeah, I hear nothing too. So I'm gonna escape out of this, and I'm not gonna do this right now because I'm gonna switch to the adventure game where I know for sure there's no sound, because something weird is going on with my sound system today. So I think the hell with this, and I'm going to jump right to the adventure game. So let me load up the other emulator. TRS-80 GP, and let me get it on the screen. There we go. Don't hear anything. Yeah, no. Oh, you're saying, Peter's saying it wouldn't have worked regardless. So it probably wasn't a problem with my audio. It's just a problem with the program. I wasn't thinking, you're right, if it said AM radio, then it wouldn't have worked. For some reason, I thought I wasn't looking at it too closely, because a lot of these programs, they say plug in your cassette, plug in your cassette into a speaker, and then it works that way. But if it says a radio, then we already determined that's not going to work. And let's go to the adventure game here. Change model. Well, it's already a model 1. Let's put it in the right disc. I forget already which disc was the right one here. I've played with this 100,000 times already. This should work. And let's reboot. There we go. Alright, so by the way, I I downloaded a map from the internet. I've used this before playing this game. This is the map. You can't even see it. It's like, the thing is, most adventure games, they're laid out like a grid, and there's north and south, and you can map it out easily. But this is based on a real cave and the real geological passages, which are totally screwed up and make no sense, and therefore it's very hard to map. Actually, here, I'll make this bigger for a second so you can see. This is the map of the game essentially. So I'm not going to try to do that. And I have played this before, like I said, a long time ago, and a couple of years ago, but it's a hard game. Alright, so I'm going to restart. TRS-80 Adventures, copyright G1979 by Softwind. Welcome to the adventure. Would you like instructions? Yes, and you'll see why in a minute. Somewhere nearby is Colossal... This is like the famous introduction to the game. Somewhere nearby is Colossal Cave. Others have found fortunes of treasure and gold. Those rumored that some will enter and never seen again. Magic is said to work in the cave. I will be your eyes and hands. So again, this is like the first adventure game that like pretty much anybody ever played, so it has to explain to you how to play it too. Direct me with commands or one or two words. I shall warn you, I'll only look at the first four letters of each word, so you'll have to enter northeast as NE to distinguish it from north. Should you get stuck, type help for some general hints. For information on your adventure, type info. This is a complete version of the original PDP-10 adventure. Written for the TRS-80 by Softwind Company. So notice it's not giving like too much credit to Microsoft. Please address all inquiries directly to your dealer. Alright, so I'm going to try help now too. I think it's important to read. I know of places, actions, and things. Most of my vocabulary describes places used to move you there. To move, try words like forest, building, downstream, enter, east, west, north, south, up, or down. I know about a few special objects like a black rod hidden in the cave. These objects can be manipulated using the action words that I know. Usually to give both the object and action words. Inventory applies take inventory, which causes you to give you a list of what you're carrying. The objects have side effects. For instance, the rod scares the bird. I wish I read this when I was a kid because I didn't know the rod scares the bird, and it took me a while to figure that out. Usually people having trouble, where'd it go? Trouble moving, just need to try a few more words. Usually people trying unsuccessfully to manipulate an object or attempting something beyond their or my capabilities to try a completely different tact. To speed the game, you can size move long distance with a single word. For example, building usually gets you to the building. For anywhere above ground, so lost in the forest. Also note that cave passages turn a lot. Leaving room to the north is not guaranteed to the next or the south. That's why I need the map. The older stages of the game are quite benign. Opportunities offered you should be accepted. For the key to keep your wits about you. Good luck. Alright, let's have info. If you want to end your adventure early, say quit. To see what you're doing, say score. To get full credit for a treasure, you must have left it safely in the building. Then you get partial credits for locating it. You lose points for getting killed or for quitting. You lose points for asking for instructions. So I lost points already for asking for instructions. Like, it tells you that after you already did it. But your lamp lasts much longer since you're a beginner. To me, that's a fair trade-off. Like, so I'm not going to get a perfect score, but my lamp is going to last much longer. There's also points based on how much of any of the cave you managed to explore. Particularly, there's a large bonus for getting in to distinguish the beginners from the pack. If you think you found all the treasures, keep exploring for a while. Nothing interesting happens, you haven't found them all yet. If something interesting does happen, it means you're getting a bonus, an opportunity to garner many points in the master section. I may occasionally offer hints if you're having trouble. If I do, I'll warn you in advance how much it'll affect your score and accept the hints. Finally, save paper. You can specify brief. So I guess it assumes you're typing this on a, it's printing it on a printer, because that's the only way you would be saving paper. I'm assuming that's left over from the mainframe instructions. You may specify brief, which shall be never repeat the full description of the place. You can save the saving by press typing save. I don't know if that's going to work. It's probably worth trying. You better restart the adventure. I guess it should work. Which cave? I should have backed up the file, but I gave a copy of it to Peter, so worst comes to worst, I get it back from him. Alright. Now what? Hello. Oh, I guess that's just waiting for input. There we go. I didn't give me a prompt. So this is where it starts. You're standing at the end of a room for a small brick building. So the first thing you want to do is enter the building, or I don't know if it works, some sense word enter, but alright, here we go. So you're inside a building, so you want to get all this stuff. Get keys. You can't do get all like in Infocom games, I don't think. Yes. What? Get lamp. By the way, there's a famous documentary called Get Lamp. By Jason Scott, I believe. That's why it's called Get Lamp. Get food, get water. Alright, so now if I take inventory, I have all that stuff that I picked up. Alright, I'm going to end of road again. I don't think you can do verbose here either. Can you? Yeah, I don't know that word. So I want to get as many descriptions as possible. So basically, I remember this from when I was a kid. You have to go downstream. Okay, you have to go downstream again. And then go down. Oh, you don't fit through a 2-inch slit. Well, well, how do you know when I fit through a 2-inch slit or not? That's not your business. All right. I guess south, or wait, what should I do? I forget now. Go downstream. Try that again. Go south. Yeah, there it is. You're a 20-foot depression full of blared dirt. Side of the dirt is a strong steel grate. The grate is locked. So unlock grate. Can I have the keys? Grate is now unlocked. Open grate. Oh, it was already open. Alright, so in. You're a small chamber beneath the 3x3 steel grate to the surface. A low crawl over cobbles leads into the west. Well, there's a guy, Dennis Jers, who's like a professor somewhere, who like actually went to Mammoth Cave, which you can go to. It's a national park. Although this section of the cave is not open to the public, and he somehow was able to get in, and he took pictures of each of these locations, and it's really cool because when I played this game as a kid, it says cobble, whatever, crawl over cobbles, but you're like, whatever, who cares? I'm just going to the west. But in real life, it's actually the ceiling is like this high, and you're like really crawling through these like sharp rocks to get to the next room, so it's pretty cool. Okay, there's a wicker cage nearby. Get cage. West again. It's now pitch dark. You proceed to likely fall into a pit. So now I have to light my lamp. Alright, so you're in a debris room, and there's a wide passage, and there's a door on the wall that says magic. So there's already like branching off in different directions and stuff. So I want to make sure I have my map here. Magic word. I don't know how you pronounce that. I used to say Xizzy. Some people say Zizzy. So basically, if you say type Zizzy, you get transported back to the building. If you type it again, you're back where you were. I wonder if I can save the game. Let's try. Cave image 1. Okay. How do you load though? Let's see. I go west. Let's see to load. Restore. Maybe it's only if you quit the game you can actually reload. So I'm not sure how useful that is at the end of the day. All right, I don't want to get the rod because it scares the bird. We saw that before. Here's the bird. So if you have the rod, you try to get bird. It's just the bird just hops away from you. But if you don't have the rod and you do have the cage, you can just get bird, and now the bird goes into your cage. See, little bird in cage. Now I can go back and get the rod. So this is like some of the initial puzzles of the game here. Alright, so now it gets real. At your feet is a small pit breathing trains of white mist that east past the end tier, which you came from. Rough stone steps lead down the pit. So I go down. You're at one end of a vast hall stretching forward. By the way, you guys are in the chat. You feel free to talk here and let me know what you think, or give me some help. In the beginning I know what to do, but after that I don't. You're at one end of a vast hall stretching forward of sight to the west, or openings to either side. A wide stone staircase leads downward. The hall is filled with wisps of white mist swaying to and fro, almost as if alive. A colored rose of the staircase, the passage to the top of the dome behind you. Rough stone steps lead up the dome. So basically, there's a bunch of different ways I could go. So you can go south from here. There's a load with a crude note on the wall. The note says you won't get it up the steps. There's a large sparkling nugget of gold here. Let's get the nugget. Oh, you can't carry anything more. That's the thing that sucks about these games. I guess I don't need the keys anymore, probably. So you have to use the stuff, like, quickly and then get rid of it. Get a nugget. So can I go north? Yeah, so that worked. Hole of mist. Right, let's go west. You're on the east bank of a fissure slicing clear across the hall. The mist is quite thick here. The fissure is too wide to jump. So here you're supposed to wave the magic wand, which is the rod, I believe. A crystal bridge now spans the fissure. What are you laughing at, Marcus? So I don't think I need the rod anymore, I think. So I can drop the rod, and now I can go west. So on the west side of the fissure, the hole of mist, and there are diamonds here. So there's treasure and stuff. If I do Xizzy, I don't think it takes me to the building from here. Maybe it does. I'm not sure. And nothing happens. So you have to be in the right spot to use the magic words. So the big pain, like there's diamonds here, but like I gotta schlep everything back to the building, so that's a little bit annoying. Alright, what else is there here? So there's two mazes in this game. One of the mazes is a maze of twisty passages all alike, and the other one's a maze of twisty passages all different. One of the mazes has a vending machine that has batteries to refill your lamp when your lamp runs out, although you lose points for that. And the other one I think has some treasures. The gold nugget trapped me. Oh, okay. I don't think it did. It just, I mean, I couldn't, I had too much stuff, it basically is what happened. So, let's see. Let me go into the maze. I think the maze is right here. Look. Or we have to go to the west end first. So the south is a little passage 6 feet off the floor. So south is what goes into the maze. You're in a maze of twisty passages all alike. Oh, you can't climb back to Zizzy. Okay, that's what you're saying. So this basically the only way you can map this maze is by dropping stuff into each room, and then you can see, like, you can make the rooms different. I'm gonna just cheat and look at the map here, which hopefully will tell me which way to go. I hope. So let's see, east. No, I want to go to east, south. South again. North. A little dwarf just walked around a corner, saw you, threw a little axe at you, which missed, cursed, and ran away. There's a little axe here. So we're gonna get the little axe. Apparently, like when I was a kid, like that, my dad was playing this game, and that happened, and like I read it, I ran away. Ken Williams, holy crap! It's being recorded. Yes, it is being recorded. Man, that's awesome. I hope you do watch it and leave some comments. Is that the real Ken Williams or somebody impersonating Ken Williams? I'm assuming since Marcus is here, it's probably the real Ken Williams because he probably told Ken to join. Alright, so where was I? So I went north. Now I'm gonna go east. Hi, Stu. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Alright, you're at the brink of a 30-foot pit with a massive orange column down one wall. You can climb down here, but you cannot get back up. The maze continues at this level. So, I don't remember what you're supposed to do, but let's see what happens. North. Oh, whoops. Out from the shadows behind you pounces a bearded pirate. Har har, he chortles. I must take all this booty and hide it away with your chest deep in the maze. He snatches your treasure and vanishes into the gloom. That was not very nice of him. So did I actually make my move to the north? I think I did. Yeah, I must have, because the maze of twisty passages all alike. Alright, now east. And now northwest. Ken says I'm terrible at these games. I'm the last one to ask for hints. Dead end. There's a sparkling gugget of gold here. That's what the pirate stole from me. And the pirate's treasure chest is here. So open the chest. Look chest. Does I just take the chest? Get chest. Get nugget. Oops. Get nugget. Oh, damn. I guess I'll drop the axe. I don't leave the nugget here. Get nugget. Okay, now let's go back. How do I get out of here is the question. Okay, so southeast. Oh, okay, stupid me. North. With brink of pit. So now I go down. Hey, exciting onion, how you doing? With bird chamber. Okay, so I got out of the maze. Now let's go east. East. Zizzy. You're inside building. So drop the nugget. Score. If you're going to quit now, you'd score 58 if possible, 350. No, I don't want to drop the chest. Do I get more points for that? Yeah, 70. Okay, so I already got 70 points, which is pretty good, I think. And I left tons of stuff behind. Alright, so let's go Zizzy again. And now let's go back to where I was. So I have to like take care of the bird and other stuff, so I don't like waste time with this. I don't keep carrying stuff around that I'm not going to use. So let's go west. Good bird chamber. West again. Down the pit. I'm sorry you guys don't see the map. I wish this had auto mapping in it. Okay, so I'm in the Hall of Mists. Now this time I'm going to go down. Alright, so I'm in the Hall of the Mountain King with patches off in all directions. A huge green fierce snake bars the way. Exciting Onion, I believe that is the real Ken Williams, or was the real Ken Williams, saying hello. So let's free the bird. The little bird attacks the green snake, and an astounding flurry drives the snake away. So I don't know how you're supposed to know that, but I guess this game's been around long enough that there's not that many spoilers. So now I don't have to carry the stupid cage around anymore, so I can drop the cage. I think I'm done with the bird. There may be some things you have to reuse more than once, but I don't think that's one of them. The other really awesome thing in this game is the dragon, which I'll show you right now if I can get there. I don't want to take too many moves, so I end up like losing my. Let's just do this. Let's go south from here. Let's go south. Let's go west. There are many coins here. Get coins. So these are the coins that you can use for the vending machine if your lamp runs out of batteries. What's in my inventory? Brass lantern, tasty food, small bottle, water in the bottle, and rare coins. So the food and the water, I don't remember what that's for. I know there's a bear at some point. It may be for the bear. I honestly don't remember. Like, when it gets to a certain point, I don't remember what to do. So I'm going to be like, just trying to figure it out. Get the axe. Well, I got to go back there. I think that... So, okay, so now the other chamber is jewelry. Get the jewelry. Marcus, can you do something with this jewelry if I give it to you? Get the axe. What is like the Ghost and Goblins thing? Get the knife. I gotta go all the way back to the freaking maze to get it. I don't want to go back to the maze right now. Give me a minute. I'm walking around picking up treasure. All right, north from here. There's bars of silver here. Get silver. High silver. And let me go north again. Oh shoot. Maybe you're right, Marcus. There's a threatening little dwarf in the room with you, and one sharp, nasty knife is thrown at you. It misses. Your large room with a passage south. The passage shoot. Is large Y2. This is the room that plug works. I'm not dead yet, I don't think. You played Murphy's Mansion is good but obscure, and no, I never heard of it. Is this where plug works? Yeah, so plug is another magic word that you find somewhere else in the game, and it takes you from the building to Y2. So you have to know these tricks. Alright, so now let's drop the silver. Drop... Theoretically, I should be turning off my lamp also every time I go back to the building, because I don't need it right now, but I'm not doing that. Drop the silver. Drop the coins. Drop the jewelry. And what's my score? 106. Yeah, could be better. I don't want to quit now, though. Alright, let's say plug again. At Y2. Is there a knife here that I can take? I see a hollow voice says plug. That's how you hear it. That's how you see it. You hang around here long enough and a hollow voice will tell you plug. I still didn't get those diamonds, did I? I gotta go back and get those diamonds. I'll do that later. What else am I supposed to do here? Or actually, I'll do it now. I might as well do it now. East. Your jumble of rock with cracks everywhere. Is it up from here? You're the Hall of Mists. West. West. Get diamonds. Okay. Go back to where I was. I may need the axe, it's possible. Oh, I can't go back that way. Okay, you go down. Alright, so let's go to this way. And we come to... Oh, I went the wrong way. Hold on. Southwest. Your secret canyon, which runs here east and west, crosses over a tight canyon. If you go down, you may have to go back up. Let's go west. So this huge, fierce, green, fierce dragon bars the way. Now this is something which I was not able to figure out as a kid because I wasn't smart enough. So this is the solution, if you haven't seen this before, to this puzzle here. Kill a dragon. With what? Your bare hands? It's like, obviously you can't kill a dragon with your bare hands. But no, you're just right. Yes! Congratulations, you just vanquished a dragon with your bare hands. Unbelievable, isn't it? And then it says the body of a huge green dead dragon is lying off to one side. So, as a kid, I wasn't smart enough to figure that out. Let's get the rug. Exciting Onion's like, what? Yeah, I know. It's not really very fair, is it? They just basically trick you. Alright, now we come to, like, the bulk of the rest of the game where, like, I don't remember what the hell's going on. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to be very confused, but I'll do my best to figure out what to do here. I think, well, first I'm going to go back to, the other room and get the rug. I feel like I need the rug for something. I don't know for what, but I'm not sure. But for now, I'm going to put it away in the building. Let's go north, plug. Okay, drop the rug. And what was the other thing that I had? The diamonds. Score 132. I still got like tons more to go. I attempted to like stop here because the part that I actually know. There's a shovelware at Amiga called Dungeon Quest. It's just full of snarky things like that. A shovelware. Is that what it's called? Dungeon Quest. What was that thing that I just had before? Hold on a second. What did I do with it? Hold on a second. I don't know why I'm buying to keep headphones in. There's definitely no sound in this game. There was a game I think it's called Dungeon Quest, which is a version of this game that actually did have graphics that came out much later. So I wonder if it's the same thing that you're thinking of, even though you're saying it's shovelware. Alright, so where was I? Okay, so plug. Back at Y2. And then I go south. And then I'll go down. I don't know what's even here. Let's go down. Your dirty broken passage, the east is a crawl. To west is a large passage. I don't think there's anything here, but I'm just going to go anyway just to look. Small, clean, climbable pit. Yeah, there's nothing here. So up. West. Dirty passage. A large room full of dusty rocks. Yeah, I gotta figure out where all the crap is here in this game. So let's see, I'll go down. You're a complex junction, a low hands and knees passage. See, like, they try to describe this like a cave. It's like, you know, from my perspective, it's just too much. Like, I just want to look at the map, even though it's really cheating. Alright, I go north. There's an enormous clam here with its shell tightly closed. Now, I don't know if I can open the clam. You don't have anything strong enough to open the clam. Alright, so I gotta find something to open the clam with. And I can go down from here. Okay, and then down again. Oh, okay, I get it. Alright, up. I'm going back to where I was. It's like a dead end. Alright, so I gotta find something to open this clam with, and I don't remember what you're supposed to do. So, we'll see. Oh, shoot. A threatening little dwarf in the room with you. One sharp, nasty knife is thrown at you, it gets you. Oh dear, you seem to have got yourself killed. Maybe I'll help you out. You've already done this before. He would try to reincarnate you. Yes. Alright, don't blame you if something goes poof. You're engulfed in a cloud of orange smoke. Coughing and gasping, you emerge from the smoke and fine. Okay, so I must have lost points because I died. Always Asleep says, I'm watching in 1080p. What a visual showpiece. Yeah, thanks. I don't know how I could have avoided that, though. Like, I don't. Is there a place that you could go to, like, hunt down the dwarf and kill him? Like, I don't know. So, it is what it is. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I went back to a place where there's a dwarf with me. I don't have my lamp. Or if I do have it, then... Oh, no. Oh, no. I forgot about this. The lamp is over here, but, like, all your other possessions get, like, strewn around the world. And you gotta, like, sort of search for them. And I don't... The only thing that I eat the food in the water was... I don't know what the heck happened to it. I don't want to have to, like, go, like, searching for the food in the water. I mean, I guess I could walk around a little bit, but... Let's just see. North. I'm just walking around. You're in Valley. End of road. The hill. South. Alright, so nothing here basically. I'm just wasting my time. I hope the lamp's not on. Okay. Exting lamp. Lamp is now off. Okay, good. Alright, so I don't know what happened to my food. I'm gonna have to just not worry about it right now. Just keep trudging on. Hopefully I don't need it. Building. Okay. In. Light lamp. Am I trying to find the cave? No. Light lamp. Plug. Okay, so I'm back here where I was. This time I'm going to take a different direction. Although, shoot, I may have like really blown it here. South. The dwarf is here again. I probably need to go back and get that axe, unfortunately, because without the axe, I don't think I can fight the dwarf. Like, if I kill dwarf now, with what, your bare hands? Yes. See, it doesn't work. It only works for the dragon. Damn. Alright, I'm gonna go back and pick up the axe. Just so I can fight the stupid dwarf if it comes again. East. He's following me. Up. He's still following me. I can't believe this. West. Like, the dwarf's just following me around the place. This is crazy. Where's the... Okay. South. Oh, shoot. The west side of the fissure. West again. And now south. This is insane. East. Now there's two threatening dwarves in the room with me? I'm a dead man, basically. A little dwarf with a big knife blocks your way. There's two threatening little dwarves and two of them throw knives at me. Oh, shit. Let's try that again. South again. I'm gonna be dead very soon, aren't I? South again. North. East. A brink of pit. Okay, north. No, not east. Let's go east. These dwarves are following me. Little axe here. Get axe. Kill dwarf. Marcus is really right. No, kill dwarf with the axe. Throw axe. You kill the little dwarf. Get axe. Throw axe. Sheesh. Wow, that was pretty intense. I put my fan on for a minute. But I knew I was wasting like my lamp. Huh, boy, that was crazy. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. So, I'm gonna take that axe with me. It's like really like freaking important. Alright, down. West. Down. Okay, I'm in hole and mist again. Go down. Alright, this time I'm going to go to the southwest. I'm going to go down to a wide place in a very tight east-west canyon. Tight north-south canyon. Okay, so north. A tall east-west canyon. Let's go north. The room's walls resemble. They haven't been here yet. The room's walls resemble Swiss cheese. Obvious passage go west, east, northeast, and northwest. So let's go east. Go to the soft room. The walls are covered with heavy curtains, for the thick polycarbonate. Walls covered the ceiling. There's been a faint noise coming behind the curtains on the north wall. Small velvet pillow lies on the floor. Get pillows. Let me see. I want to see if this is a treasure or not. Score right now is 122. So I lost points, I think, from before. Get pillow. Now score. Still 122. Maybe this guy saw it, though. I'm not sure if that tells you if it's a treasure or not. Okay, so let's go back. What's the curtains? Look, curtains. Move curtains. I don't know what that means. North? What the hell? You're in a strange room whose entrance was hidden behind the curtains. This room is not on my map, by the way. The floors must be something from spilling from Microsoft Adventure. The floor is carpeted, the walls are rubber, the room is strewn with papers listing books and half-empty Dr. Pepper bottles. The door of the salon was almost covered by a large color poster of a nude Cray 1 supercomputer. Aside the walls is software den. Software was nowhere to be seen. There are many computers here. Get computer. Oh shoot. As you reach for electronic goodies, an enraged bearded programmer jumps out of concealment. Aha, he crows. I found the SOB, that's subtract one and branch. It's stealing my equipment. If you forgot that my wizardly oh, come on. This is crap. You forgot my wizardly spells. This is bullshit. Excuse me. You forgot my wizardly spells help you came together. First, I'll remove some of the treasures, destroy treasures. Then revoke some magic words. That's really bad. Revoke magic words. Finally, I'll kick you deep into the maze. Your lock equal deep.in.maze. And I'm in the freaking maze of twisting passages, all different. Oh no. Shoot. This is the maze where the description changes based on the room that you're in. I don't have like the patience to like try to map it, and the problem is my map doesn't even show me every location here. I think I'm gonna be in here until the time. Little maze. It's a little different. Maze of little twisty passages. A twisty little maze of passages. Little maze of twisty passages. It's basically 9 different locations. Maze of little twisty passages. Little maze of twisting passages. Twisty maze of little passages. Twisting little maze of passages. Damn. I don't know what to do. I don't know that. I had no idea that could happen, honestly. I think I'm sort of screwed. Unless I want to start, like, mapping this maze out. I mean, I could do that, but we have the dwarf's axe. Alright, why not? Let's do it. MTLP. Let's go east. It goes to LMTP. East again. TMLP. And let's see, the problem is that's also this TMLP, but the one's twisty, one's twisting. TMLP. And that one was twisting also. Okay. I found the way out because I realized that was the first room. Jeez, wow, that was crazy. Alright, so I just wasted tons and tons of time on my lamp because I found the programmer of the game. Man, that's really cheap. Alright, so let's see if we can get out of here. North. Okay, that's not where I wanted to go, but okay. Can I go east? Alright, so I'm on the west side chamber of the Hall of the Mountain King now. So let's go back to where I was. Southwest. Actually, no, I should do that. I should try to see if I can... Oh, I can't go that direction. Alright. East. Let's see if I can go back to... Let's see if, like, the plug still works. It may not work anymore. Plug. Alright, it still works. Good, okay. Drop. Pillow. Score. Oh, I didn't get any points for that, so I guess that's not even a treasure. That's probably something I need to use. Alright, so I'll keep going. Oh! Now does it work to go back? It worked to go to the building, but doesn't work to go back? Nothing happens. It's one of the magic words the programmer revoked. By the way, the dwarves seem nastier, the patches more torturous, the treasure's harder to get. I bet you're sorry you incurred the wrath of that programmer. You mother... What the dropping the axe was a mistake? Yeah, okay, dropping the axe was a mistake. You know what was a bigger mistake? Taking the computer... trying to take the computer that I thought was a joke. Like... It's like... Gordon Letwin, the guy who made Microsoft Adventure, is like fucking around with me basically right now. I feel like I need to like start over, and I'm not gonna do it today. I think I'm gonna quit and continue this game a different day because I think I gotta start at the beginning. There's no I have a save game. Just throw some Hadoukens. That's what I should do. Hadouken! I mean, like. Yeah, if I was angry for doing a game night, I'd throw some Hadoukens right now. But like, this is bullshit, honestly. Like they took this like they took this fair game and turned it to crap. I just because I like that, I'm telling you that the funny thing is that is not even on the map because this is a map of the original like mainframe version. I'm assuming that was added for Microsoft Adventure as a joke and just to mess around with you essentially. So. I need to play again. Maybe I'm going to stop now and start over tomorrow from the beginning, and this time I won't go to all the wrong places. I don't know. I mean, I can keep going, but like, let's see. Let's try Zizzy. So that at least works. I wonder, like, does it always not work, or is it like... Yeah, so plug doesn't work. I'm gonna play a little bit more, just to get a little more of the. I'm pretty pissed off, honestly. All right, down, southwest, down. Okay, I'm going back to where I was. North, and the Swiss cheese room. Let's try to go west. Okay, this is the 2-pit room. You said the 2-pit room. The floor is little with thin rock slab. You descend the pits. There's a path here bypassing the pits, which you can pass from east to west. There are holes all over. The only big one is the wall directly over the west pit where you can't get to it. So, if I remember correctly, you have to go down into this pit and then water the plant. The tiny little plant murmuring water. But the problem is, I don't know where my water is because a dwarf killed me. And my water got, like, moved to God knows where. What have you been saying? I don't know, what have you been saying? Dropping the axe is a mistake? Oh, that I'm dead. Get the axe before you die, and then I'm dead. Okay, I understand now why you're saying I'm dead. Because I lost my food and my water. So it's somewhere around here, like somewhere in this whole freaking game, but I don't know where. And what's in this other pit? There's a pool of oil in one corner of the pit. So if I had the picture, it'd be nice, but I don't. Yeah, it's somewhere, but where is the question? So I think realistically, like, I need to start over. And that's what Dr. Guillotine, a.k.a. Marcus Maximus Mera, has been saying, that I'm dead. I think he's right, actually, I'm dead, so. Hey Jay, say plugga dugga fugga, let's try that. Plugga dugga fugga. Nothing happens. Apparently I think that's a real word. Where are you supposed to say that, Jay? I never heard of that one before. Let's see if I can get... Just a joke. Well, apparently it's not just a joke. How did I end up at the west end of the 2-pit room? This is the Oriental Room. There's a delicate, precious Ming vase here. So I can take the Ming vase. I can go up. It was a good joke because, you know, the game seemed to think it was funny. I guess I forgot that it only recognizes the first 4 letters of each word, so you can write plug. It's the same thing as plug, so. Alright, so let's see, I go west from here. You're in an alcove. The extremely tight tunnel leads east. Looks like a very tight squeeze, an eerie light you see at the other end. I'm sure I can't get there. So you're carrying Wolfer through the tunnel, you basically inventory and drop something. Drop the pillow. Like, can I put the vase on the pillow? Okay, the vase is resting on the pillow, right? So I think if you drop the vase without dropping the pillow first, then you lose it. Okay, let me drop the axe. The only thing I have left is the lamp. Drop the lamp. There's an emerald here the size of a plover's egg. Get the emerald. And then there's a dark corridor that leads northeast. First of all, can I say plover? Oh, that wasn't a good idea. Where does that teleport you to? I don't remember. It's pitch dark. So it was somewhere pitch dark. Didn't I get the emerald? Oh, that's weird. I guess Clover also makes me drop the emerald? Alright, can I go to the northeast? It's pitch dark. So Plover takes me back to the Plover room, or that pitch dark room. Maybe I can go back to the west. Do I still have the emerald? Yes, I am. Okay. Get the lamp. Now let's say Plover. You're in the alcove. So I didn't move. I'm still. There's some trick here to get to that dark room. With the Plover word, but I don't know what it is. Drop emerald. Yeah, I can't get through there with the lamp. Huh. I don't remember what to do there. I may have to look it up because I just don't remember. In the meantime, let me get all my stuff. Get lamp, get axe, get emerald, get vase, get pillow. Let's go back where I was before. Oops, I'm in northwest. South. East from here. Oh, sorry, west. Get a large low room. I'm gonna go southwest. A large winding corridor sloping out of sight in both directions. Northwest. West. Sloping corridor. Southwest? South? So, both directions. Which are the both directions? Down? Oh, okay. I should have been up, I guess. Southwest. Up. You're one side of a large deep chasm. A heavy white mist rises below, obscures all view of the far side. Rickety wooden bridge extends across the chasm. The signpost of the bridge says, "Stop, pay a troll." A burly troll stands by the bridge and insists you throw him a treasure before you may cross. So, I mean, obviously you can throw him a treasure, but I'm pretty sure that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do something else. Like, I don't know, like in King's Quest, you have a goat that comes and knocks the trolls in. I'm assuming trying to kill the troll is fatal, but I'll try it anyway. Trolls are close relatives of the rocks and his skin is tough as that of a rhinoceros. The troll fends off your blows effortlessly. Okay. I'm trying to think, like, maybe I could have given the troll food or something? Probably not. I guess I'd give the troll a treasure. I don't want to. I think I'll do it just for the sake of, you know, the sake of whatever. Just to let you know, there is this. There is what, Jay? Adventure walk. Yeah, I know. But I already screwed up this game too badly because, like, I died. A dwarf killed me, and I lost my food and my water. And then I wasted tons of turns and lost in a maze because a programmer, and he also turned off the magic words, and he stole some of my treasures. So I think I'm just trying to like play a little bit more just to get a little bit further. But I actually went to almost every location on the map. There's a few places I have not gone to, but I've been to a lot of them, and I think I'm going to have to restart and do this again from the beginning without making those screw ups. How do you give the stuff to the troll? Maybe throw? Troll catches your treasure and throws that. So you're not supposed to do that, but I just want to get past the troll. The troll's nowhere to be seen. A faint rumbling noise can be heard in the distance. So east. Path forks to the early leads northeast. North is a steady roar. The edge of a breathtaking view. Far below is an active volcano from which great gouts of molten lava come surging out, cascading back down to the depths. The glow rock fills the farthest reach of the cavern, the blood-red glare giving it an eerie macabre appearance. The air is full of flickering sparks of ash, ice full of brimstone. Walls are hot to the touch. The thunder of the volcano drowns all their sounds. The bed of the jagged roof farmer had a myriad twisted formation composed of pure white alabaster, that scattered the murky light of sinister apparitions upon the walls. To one side is a deep gorge full of the bizarre chaos of tortured rock, which seems to have been crafted by the devil himself. Immense room of fire crashes against the volcano, burns through the gorge, poses a bottomless pit fire to your left. To the right, an immense geyser of blistering steam erupts continuously with a barren out of the center of a sulphurous lake, which bubbles ominously. The fire rolls a full incandescence of its own, which lends an intentional and infernal splendor to the already hellish scene. Dark roaring passions in the south. The winds of fire apparently hang here say plover. Alright, so maybe this is where the plover takes you. I don't know how to apply that word here. Let's just say plover. We need to apply it. Plover. What does that work? I don't know. Alright. I don't know what the hard with plover is. Alright, whatever. I think that's enough for today. I'm going to play this again tomorrow. I'll start in the beginning, and I won't make the same dumb mistakes. And I actually will look at the walkthrough first, Jay. Just with a couple of puzzles I don't remember the answers to, so that I don't have to waste too much time. But I think it's enough for tonight. It's been a little over an hour. I gotta start in the beginning. I don't want to do that on this stream. I think it'll bore everyone to death who's been here from the beginning. And I do appreciate everyone who's been here watching and checking this out. So I'll do this again tomorrow. Ken Williams was here before, by the way. He said he's gonna watch the replay. So Ken, if you're watching this, I apologize I didn't beat the game, but I will do this again tomorrow, like I said. And everybody else, come back tomorrow. If you're not subscribed so you get the notification, hit the notification button, all that good stuff. Hit like on the stream, and tomorrow I'll definitely come back and do this again, and we'll beat the game tomorrow. So thanks everyone for being here. Sorry we couldn't beat it in one sitting, but good things come to those who wait. This has been Microsoft Adventure with the TRS-80. Till we continue tomorrow. Thanks everybody, and have a good night.